What is going on, everyone? I hope you're all having a good day. I think we are live. And we're going to wait around a moment and wait for some people to drop in. If you're watching this back in the future, once it's reposted, thank you for stopping by. As always, we'll get things rolling here in a few minutes. So feel free to skip ahead. Hey, Chu, how's it going? Hey, AP, good to see you. All right, everything looks like it's working today with the notifications because we already got 12 people here. So thank you to everyone in the chat already. Glad you could drop by. While we're waiting, I'm going to run a little test. This may sound crazy, but I cleaned off my webcam a couple times ago very thoroughly, and it actually wiped like a finish off of the lens or something. So when I try to take the thumbnails, you can't really see it all on the picture much. There it is, right there. See how when I move over to this side, I get blurry? See that? I know you can see that on the screen. When I come down here, you can't see it. When I'm here, you can't see it. When I'm right there, I'm fuzzy. So that's an issue with the lens. Yeah, right there. I didn't even know that like there was a special finish on there that can like come off. That is really weird. 710, what's going on, bud? How's it going? Good to see you, Linda. So yeah, isn't that weird though? When I move over here, you can see the view gets blurry. So thankfully it doesn't affect like, yeah, you can kind of see it. It like looks a little faded in this section. Yeah, weird thing with the webcam. Anyway, enough of that. So as you can see from the title, we're going to be doing some coin roll hunting tonight. I have more half dollars. And let's make sure everything's going good. Let me get rid of the keyboard here because this doesn't need to be in front of me. I hope everyone is doing well. And of course, today I have a few things that I picked up from various places over the last week. I got a few things here that I actually got today too, so I can show everybody too as a break from when we're going through the coins. Bud, you got to stay up for some silver. Hopefully there's silver. All right, so I'll start showing what we're going to be doing tonight. First of all, we got a couple things. So there's not a smudge on the lens. It is actually, my lens is messed up. I tried cleaning it, and I thought it was wiping smudges off, but I took part of the, like, there's some type of something that's on the lens, like a protective coating or something, I don't know. But there's a section of the lens right here where it's fuzzy. It's not actually a smudge. I did some kind of damage to the lens. So I'm going to have to try to get that sorted out. Yeah, I didn't even know. Like you could, well, I guess technically because the lenses are plastic, I guess I did something to it, trying to clean it too harshly. So it's like the more I cleaned it, the worse it got. Yeah. Hey, Vincent, how's it going? All right, so first of all, I was mentioning I need to find something like a container that we can put the silver in for the year. And if you already saw the thumbnail, I have the perfect fit. I bought this in an estate sale for $10 a while back. It is the fire bucket. That's right, the fire bucket. And actually, because the lens is a little, I'm going to move it over that way a little bit. Or no, wait, I need to go the other way. The other way? No, this way. We're going to do a little bit offset today to get away from that blurriness. But the fire bucket, it's a replica. This is not an original. Of course, I mean, you can probably tell by looking at it. This is not an original firehouse bucket. But it is pretty cool. And it's very solid. It's metal. And it's meant to have a retro look, obviously. And I put the 2 silvers that I found in there on the last stream because those are the first 2 silver half dollars of the year. So there it is. If we find silver, it goes in the fire bucket. Because, of course, when you find silver or a lot of silver, you're on fire. So that's it. Wonder if I can probably put it back where we can see it on the stream. So we can set it right here for now. There you go. All right, so you can see the fire. I'm gonna move it over a little bit from where I'm sitting. I'm gonna move it over here a little bit. There you go. Yeah, tilt it a little. There you go. Fire. And let's see here. I'm going to show you what we have for the half dollars. Yeah, it seems like this lens is going to be causing a little bit of an issue, but we will figure it out. So a little bit interesting here for the first box. I've never had this happen before. So thankfully, I was actually able to get a lot of half dollars this week, and I'm glad I got more because there's some interesting stuff going on here. So I don't think this first box is going to be too great. Why is that? Very weird. So let me put this down here a little bit first so you can kind of see. So one of my boxes has circulated half dollars on top, but the weird thing is exactly the entire bottom of the box is uncirculated 2023s, but the top is not uncirculated. So it's like a weird mixed source. Don't ask me how the bottom are all sealed 2023s and the top are not. I've never seen that before in a box. So yeah, I just figured I'd point that out there. So I'm going to probably do this box first, get through the top, and then see what's going on with the bottom of it. And then I have another box that appears to be all normal circulated half dollars. So that's what's going on tonight. Also, I do have 2 other boxes. Unfortunately, one of the boxes all uncirculated 2023s and one is not. So I didn't realize there are still some sealed uncirculated 2023s going around that are surplus from last year. So we're just going to have to fight through that and I guess just keep the quantity game going. Hopefully they don't do that again in 2024. I guess we're going to find out because there has been a lot of new coins floating around. So yeah, interesting anyway. So I'm going to start, we're going to go ahead and just get rolling here and start through this first box and then go from there. And also, I'll have to take this off. I had a price tag on this because I was originally going to sell this, but the first super chat tonight gets the first hit of the brass gong. I'm not going to make the noise. We'll wait for a super chat if anybody super chats. So this is a vintage solid brass gong from India, and I got it at a yard sale for $2. And originally I was going to try to sell it at my booth for $23, but I'm like, wait a second. We could use this on the live streams to give the slam dunks a break, especially because I broke my basketball hoop. So I'll show the design on it a little bit. Very ornate etched gong, and it's got design, floral design on the base too. I don't have a mallet for it. And there's Jake with the $5 Canadian super chat. So here it is. This is for Jake. There it is. The first gong. I need a mallet so I can hit it a little harder because I'm going to hurt my fingers trying to ping it. Here, we could hit it with a roll of half dollars. Oh, that gave a pretty nice noise because it's kind of like got that soft wrapper around it. Okay, so there it is. All super chats tonight get a hit on the brass gong from India. Everybody wants to hear the gong. Richard Myers with the $20 super chat. I want to hear it loud. Okay. I mean, I got a baseball bat. I mean, how loud do you want to hear it? Okay. We can do loud. I can get my baseball bat. I'll have to put something soft around it. We'll get my baseball bat. Okay. So I actually picked this up in an estate sale for $1. Old wood baseball bat. We got ourselves a Louisville Slugger high velocity. That's right. We're going to put some high velocity on that gong. High velocity. We like high velocity. Let's do this. See how it goes. Here we go. Hold on. I should wrap something around this. I don't know how good that is. Probably shouldn't be beating an antique. Don't break it. Okay, we'll put my glove on the end of it. There you go. That's perfect. You got the hand baseball bat. Makeshift. Hold on, we got to wrap this around. There we go. Here we go. Oh, wait, we got to get this in focus. Focus. There we go. Here we go. Let me set it up here. Move it over. There we go. Oh, hold on. I got to get a good hit from the side. It's not making a real loud noise with that. Let's try it again. Nah, it's too how do I want to say? Too much padding. We'll do it this way. This is how I can make it the loudest with my fingernail. I have to do it loud for you. Here we go. Do it in front of the microphone because I can do it pretty loud with my finger. Woo! There, that was a good one. That hurt though. That actually hurts when you do it that hard with your fingernail. Okay. I'm going to get my gloves on and we'll start going through the coins. So anybody from here on out can decide with a super chat if you want a dunk or a gong. Or tell you what, yeah, you get to pick a dunk or a gong. Or maybe we'll do 2 for 1 tonight. Maybe we'll do dunks and gongs. But anyway, that's a super cool vintage find. I can't remember how old it is. Maybe I don't know the age. Maybe I didn't look that up exactly. But it's not like super rare or anything. But it's worth, like I said, it's worth like $20 to $25 at least. So for $2, it's a pretty good find. I think it's cool. I like it. All right, so we're getting ready to go through the $half. I got my gloves ready to go. And if you see my lip, don't mind it. They've just been a little bit dry lately. It's just like scabbed over. It's fine. They don't have food on my face. So nobody tell me in the chat that I have food on my face, because I don't. Man, it got crazy cold today. Cold front came through, but thankfully we missed the really bad storms because I'm closer to the mountains here and it normally breaks up the tornadoes and the strong winds, that kind of stuff before it gets here. Normally we just get more like straight line winds and stuff, but it kind of really, the storms that were going around yesterday, they kind of fizzled out by the time they got to my area. So I'm happy about that. Let's move this up slightly here. And I need to move over this way to get away from that blurry spot on the camera. Okay. All right. Let's start going through some $half. Yeah, I know. I started a little bit too late because it's starting to go into spring. We're supposed to get more moisture in the air, but actually I have it right here. Vaseline lip therapy. That's what I use. It's cocoa butter. And yeah. All right. Let's go. We got 23 people here. We're going to start. If I can get my bag propped up. I hope we can at least find 1 silver tonight. Like I said, there's a lot of newer coins mixed in, but we got some regular circulated ones, so we're just going to go for it. Like I said, I'm not going to let everybody from the chat pick which box we go through. I want to go through this one first tonight to see what's going on with those newer coins, and then we'll do the better box last, or what I assume would be more likely to have silver in it. That's crazy, bud. Thankfully, we didn't get any snow here, but then again, it's going to be cold the next 2 days, so we'll see. Okay, first roll. And there are no new coins in this roll, so it's weird. The bottom of this box is all sealed 2023s, and then there's like no new ones in the first roll. So hopefully that means there's some silver mixed in with these normal rolls here. And I should have some more half dollars coming. So I got some in a few in reserves too. So hopefully we'll be good to go for a little while. Hey, Sherilyn and Cipriana, I'm glad you love the Gong. It was a really cool find. Actually, I'll show it after this roll. I got something else at that yard sale too that's pretty cool. I got a couple vintage, like a brush and a mirror from the 1950s that are not in good shape, but I got them to sell because I got them really cheap. But I got something else with it that I didn't even know was good at the time. And I'll show it. And I got it from the same people I got the Gong from, and like the brush and the mirror. Okay, so there's one new 2023 in this roll. But yeah, only one new one. So that's actually a good sign for the top of this box. Hopefully there's some old silvers or something like that in here, but we'll see. We will see. Kurt says silver, baby. That's right. That's right. We got to find some silver. I want to try to point here for the fire bucket. We got to fill up the fire bucket. Okay, so nothing there. Jake said you should mark a few dozen to see if you get them back in the future. That's not a bad idea. I could do that. What kind of mark could I put on them? You know what? I've never done that before, but I really should. Okay, only one new one in this roll. I just got a 2005 NIFC. But I'm not pulling those out unless they're in like perfect condition, because I just can't keep saving them anymore. Oh, but also too, if I forget, somebody please remind me at the end of the box, if somebody's still here, that I'm trying to make my bank returns exactly what I got out. So I have some half dollars set aside that I want to replace if I pull anything out. So if I pull like 3 coins out, I need to replace them with 3 other coins because I want to make sure they're counting them correctly and that I'm not getting shorted or anything. I'm going to try to start remembering to do that. So if I forget at the end of the box, please remind me. I see 1 new one already. 2 new ones, 3 new ones. Maybe the third one's not a new one. Could be an older new one. And it's a 2021, so slightly newer than 2023. Oh no, there's the new ones in this roll are 2021s. Yeah, that's weird. 3 2021s in that roll. All the other ones were 2023s in the previous rolls. So yeah, at least this, at least the top of this box is mixed source. So we can hope there's a silver poking around in here. Like the last hunt. I mean, it was decent. One box was a dud, but then one box had 2 silvers in it, so you just never know. Yes, Sherilyn and Cipriana, my bank special orders them for me. I have a couple banks, and yeah, they have to be special ordered. They take like a week to come in, and then yeah, the ones I don't want, I actually have. See, what coin roll hunters do is, if you keep taking them back to the bank you get them from, that normally they wouldn't like that because it makes a lot of work for them for no reason. So what a lot of coin rolls have is coin roll hunters have is what they call a dump bank, which means that you dump the coins at a different bank. So that's kind of the system. You get them from one bank. The ones you don't want to keep, you return to a different bank. So it is quite a bit of work, but I enjoy doing it, and I know a lot of people enjoy the live streams. It was kind of funny. My bank was kind of leery. My one bank was kind of leery to order them. And I was honest. I said, look, I'm never going to return the coins. Even if I don't like what you give me, if they're all new ones and I don't want them, I will never return them. So that makes them, some banks, it makes them a little more apt to work with you. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. And I was going to say something else and I completely forgot. Digging Dave, how's it going? I miss hunting halves in 2017 when I started silver in like every box. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been doing it much since I came back, but I'm assuming it was a little bit easier kind of around the time I quit a few years ago, or I should say took a huge break. Yeah, it's harder these days with so many new coins floating around. It is a lot tougher. Just got a 2015 NIFC. Pretty nice. 2015 Denver. Kind of got some nice toning on it. Not going to save it, but hitting some of those NIFCs, so could be decent. I knew this looked different. Guys, we got to find. I didn't see it by the edge because it's a little thicker. It's a little bit circulated, but we just got a find. So that makes me happy. So definitely not a skunk on the night. I just got a 1981S proof, and it's a little bit circulated. It's not the greatest looking proof I've ever seen, but I've also seen worse. Not all of the reflective finish is still on it. It's definitely been tossed around for a while, but I'll go ahead and show it to you all. There we go. 1981S. So that's my first non-silver and non-commemorative proof that I found since I started coin roll hunting again this year. So that's cool. We can knock another one off the list for the year. 2 streams ago, we got that commemorative 1986S, that Nation of Immigrants one, which was really awesome. And now we got a 1981S proof coin. Let me do something here a little bit too. I'm going to grab my microfiber cloth so I can kind of clean these proofs off a little bit. I don't know where my microfiber cloth is, but I got an old shirt here. And see if that cleans off, rub the smudges off of it. Yeah, that always shines the proofs up a little bit. If you just, the finish gets really smudgy and then you can't see it. So a soft cloth will make that a lot better. You'll see the difference right away. As soon as it focuses. There we go. You can see how much of a difference just that little bit of a wipe with a cloth made. You can see a lot of that special finish coming through, that proof-like finish. Like I said, this one actually has a lot of circulation-like scratches on it. The reverse turned out a lot better there. Yeah, this one's been passed around for a while. But 1981S. There you go. First find of the box. So that makes me happy. Mr. Dearborn, how's this going? I'm talking funny tonight. I said like how's it's going. It didn't come out right. How is it going? Yeah, Dave, I mean, yeah, more people hunting obviously makes it more competitive too. But I do think the newer coins have made it a lot worse. I guess it really just depends on your area too. Like I just generally live in an area that's not quite as populated. So I think even with more coin roll hunters around, I'm still able to find stuff. But yeah, I guess it really just depends on where you are. And then of course, I mean, it's just kind of a natural progression too. You would think rationally, every year that goes by, it will be harder to find silver just because we're getting further and further away from the silver years. But yeah, it has not helped the fact that they just started minting mass amounts of half dollars. So it's definitely a bit tricky. But then that makes it all the more fun when you actually do find silver, because it's not as the more scarce something is, the more kind of desirable it is. So I guess it makes the hunt a little bit more what would you say? Well, I guess you just appreciate the silver you find a little bit more. It's pretty easy to get numb to it, like when you're finding a ton of silver and then you have a box with nothing and you're like, ugh. All right, we got some new ones in here. Hey, Paula, how's it going? And there's a few new ones in here. We got 2021, 2023, and a 2023. But yeah, I've been out of the game for so long because I personally needed a break, and then my banks couldn't order anymore, and then certain banks didn't want to order more, and so I got hit with like 3 different waves of reasons I didn't get more half dollars. But I'm glad I'm able to at least get boxes again. And I haven't done it for so long. Any piece of silver, anything interesting is like really exciting again. It's kind of like renewed my excitement, I guess. Couple more new ones in here. And still haven't seen any silver. Jake, there's always banks that probably do, like tellers and stuff, but not the boxes. I mean, the boxes are sealed by, like I get Brinks boxes, which is a money service business. It's not actually like a bank per se. But yeah, I mean, there are banks out there that have people that know what they're looking for, and I'm sure their bosses, or maybe the bosses themselves know, and they swap out, their own money with silver. I'm sure I know of tellers that do that. But I don't think that's like the main reason why it's getting harder. Yeah, I just think the mass amounts of new coins has just really flooded the system from the last several years. And also, what Dave said is true also. It's a little bit more competitive than it's ever been, so that is part of it. Interesting about where you've been able to find more. I've heard that for a lot of people, the silver they've been able to find directly at banks that aren't like ordering the boxes that I get are actually going out to small rural towns that have had coins stashed away in their vault for a long time, and they never have a way to get rid of them. And people ask them if they have old coins, and most people told me the best scores they have found have been like tiny little banks that aren't well known. Got a really dirty bicentennial there. But I tried it once. It's just a lot of work, and I'm not really into it. I've tried the bank hopping thing before, going to a bunch of random banks and seeing if there's anything interesting they would sell. I mean, you can do that. There's people out there that do that. But I just kind of stick with my local banks that I work with and go from there. Okay, a couple new ones in this roll. Still not seeing any silver though, but at least these have a low concentration of new coins, so that's good. And we already did find a proof, so it goes to show you anything could pop out in this first box. At least the top. I'll show you all when I get to the bottom, but it looks like the bottom of this box are all sealed 2023s. I really hope they mint a lot less in 2024. One new one in this roll. And I'm going through them by date because I'm not expecting like a ton of silver or anything tonight. So I'm just looking for interesting stuff too, like errors or anything interesting like that. No new ones in this roll. So yeah, there's definitely a lot less new ones going around now. It was so bad at the beginning of the year when I ordered the boxes. They were just all sealed 2023s. So at least we're back to kind of like what I would call semi-normal with the sealed boxes. And my timing was just perfect at the end of last year when I tried getting back into this, that I picked up that collection dump at my bank that I didn't even know they had in their vault for quite a while. And when I couldn't order half dollars, they're like, yeah, we got like some half dollars in the back. You want them? I'm like, yeah, I want them. And that was that huge collection of silver that I uploaded to the channel in December. So if you haven't watched that one, check it out. It's in my most recent releases. And that was a fun video. There's a couple new 2023s in this roll. Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, you can't get rid of them? I'll take them off your hands. I'll make your day. And little do they know that they're making your day. And they're like, oh, thank you for taking these. And I'm like, my pleasure. There's a bunch more new ones in here. Actually, I've gotten in the habit now. Actually, I just got a circulated 2013 NIFC. Something I never really did in the past, but I'm doing now because I didn't realize how much they float around. I've been asking at my banks, do you have any $2 bills? Because they get them from time to time. And I'm going to, if I ever get stacks of $2 bills, I'm going to look through them on the streams in the future. But I got a pretty big stack of $2 bills last time I was there and actually really started using them when I go to yard sales, estate sales, thrift stores, different places. Well, not thrift stores because you can't negotiate there, but at most thrift stores, depending on if it's a corporate one or like maybe a locally owned one. But when you give people $2 bills, they really like it. And sometimes they're even more apt to be more kind to you with pricing. And I just make their day too, to like build a relationship with them. I've started giving people, like when I go to pay, I'll be like, hey, you want some $2 bills? And a lot of them are like, oh yeah, I'll take them. So I've been, when I go out and do my thrifting, I've been taking $2 bills with me and paying with them. After I search through them, all the ones I don't want to keep, which is usually like all of them, I'm looking for like ones that are in really good shape or old ones. Yeah, I've been passing them out and leaving them as like tips at restaurants and stuff. And yeah, people really like the $2 bills. So I've been doing that too. Been asking for $2 bills at my banks. And next time I get a stack of $2 bills, if I'm able to, we'll go through them on one of the streams. I'll save them and go through them when I do the boxes. All right, looks like we got some more people rolling in. Maybe some people getting back from work or something, because I started around 8:30 Eastern time. It's just getting to be dinner time on the West Coast. So hello to everyone coming in. Good to see you all. Man, that's weird. I just got like 3 out of 4 in a row were the year 2000. That was bizarre. I would like to see you do some more nickel boxes looking for dates in silver. I can still do that, especially when I can't get the half dollars. I like to get some nickels from time to time. Of course, that's what I was doing when I wasn't able to get the boxes. We were doing nickels and pennies, because actually, apart from half dollars, nickels are my second favorite. And we did get the last. What last time we got? I only had like 12 rolls of nickels, and we found a silver war nickel. For a while, the pennies and nickels were actually really good at my bank. But yeah, from time to time, I will try to get some nickel. We got silver. We got silver, guys. We got silver. It's 40%. I can tell for sure. Yes. So yeah, there's stuff mixed in even with these new ones on the bottom. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of people coming into the stream. It's kind of weird. It's like all of a sudden there's like 90 people in here. Maybe YouTube like what's going on with the stream. They're pushing it out there. So if you're stopping in for the first time, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by. And your timing was pretty good, because we just found a silver coin in one of these sealed rolls. I'm going to show it to everybody up close. See if you can tell me which one it is. You should be able to see it if you've been doing this for a while. It's one that does not have a copper edge. It has like a two-tone gray and silver. Well, let's try to use my other finger here. It is that one right there. That is 40% silver for sure. So it's going to date between 1965 and 1970. Of course, the 1970 is rare, so I always tell everybody in the chat to go ahead and guess the date, because my camera never wants to focus back out. There we go. And the last box we ended with on the last stream, there were two 1968s in it. Are we going to continue with the 1968? The 68s and 67s are the most common. And I'm actually going to switch up my guess from the 68s. I'm going to go and guess 1967 on this one. So we're going to go ahead and pop it out and see what we have. I'll give everybody in the chat like 10 seconds here to put their guess in between 1965 and 1970. And I'll set these ones aside. And then I didn't get through the bottom of the roll. We'll see if there's more. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. Jake says a 66. Linda's going with the 68D, taking the conservative guess, thinking they could be from the previous batch. Paula says 67. All right. Let's go ahead and pop it. Okay. I got some bad news. We're all wrong. It's a 1969 D. We'll take it. It's 40% silver. Let's get it to focus in here. There we go. 1969 D. A little bit worn, actually. This was circulated for a while by $half standards. But it is silver. That's awesome. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set that next to the 1981S proof that I found. And another interesting thing, too, since there's been a ton of the new coins circulating since they've been minting $half again, maybe it's turned a lot of people off from coin roll hunting. So maybe there's a lot of good stuff mixed in right at the moment. I'm hoping, because the boxes have been heating up when I don't have new coins. So maybe a lot of people slowed down or quit when the new coins started taking over. Hopefully that's the case. Well, not hopefully for them. But good news for us. And the rest of the roll, it doesn't look like there's any silver, but I'm going to go through the rest of these by date. Always check them. Yeah, there's a 2021 and a 2023, so a couple newer ones in there. No more silver. But anyway, for anyone just dropping in, I just got this new brass antique gong from India. And all super chats tonight, you either get a whack on the brass gong, or of course up here, you always get a slam dunk. And I broke the hoop last time, but we still got one working hoop up there. So you get to pick. You get to pick. All right, let's keep going through some coins here. I don't know what's going on here, though. It's really weird. It's showing me that there's 270 people on the stream, which is more than I ever get. So don't know what's going on. But I'm glad y'all stopped by. Thank you. I didn't see any silver from the edge in this roll. But like I said, we're just going to date check everything today. Just to be thorough, there is an NIFC not issued for circulation, 2011, but it's not in perfect shape, so I'm not going to keep that. But there's a lot of those mixed in, so yeah, we got a pretty good batch tonight. Yeah, and no commenters. I know it could be a little strange, but actually I do have it set so that only subscribers can chat, and you have to wait a minute. You have to be a subscriber for at least a minute to chat, because I don't like a bunch of spam coming in. When you let chat open to everybody, sometimes you get a lot of unwanted spam. So I do that as a little tiny precautionary thing. A weird coin here that almost has one of those ones that almost looks like it has like a strange double edge. It's just a really dirty 1971. Linda with the $4.99 said, let's hear that gong. Let me go through this roll, and then we'll give it a gong. And there's some new ones in this one. There's like 2021, 2023. There's quite a bit more in here. Another 2021, another 2023. Here it is for Linda. And the loudest we can do it is with my fingernail. Give it a good flick, because I don't have a mallet right now for this thing. Didn't come with the original mallet, unfortunately, but let's go ahead. There you go. You got to let the ring go the whole way through. Six rolls in the top of this box, and then I'll show you all the bottom of the box. It's all new coins, so I don't even know if I'm going to open them up. We might do a few test opens, and maybe I'll just go to the next box because I don't think anybody wants to sit through me going through like 25 rolls of 2023s. But you can find error coins in the new boxes, and they can be quite valuable. My buddy Rob from Rob Finds Treasure on YouTube actually found a really good error in 2023s. Okay, guys, I got a really thick rim. It could be fooling me, but I think we might have another proof. I'm going to pull it out. It's got a really nice copper strip, and it's very thick. Sometimes these fool us. These can just be nice coins from the 70s or something. But I'm going to pop it out and see if it's another proof. This one looks good. No, it's not. It's another one of those 1990s like mint set coins that just have a super thick rim. I'll go ahead and show it because this probably is from a mint set. These rims get you sometime, but it's just a really nice 1996. And look at the thickness of that rim. Super thick rim. Those get you sometimes. I'll set it aside, look at it later, but I'll probably just toss it back. MQA said, what is a proof and how can you tell it is a proof? Well, the easiest way to tell something is a proof is if it has an S mint mark. If it has an S mint mark, it's definitively a proof for the $50. The easiest way to tell, though, is they have a special finish for collectors. These were originally busted out of, these shouldn't be in circulation, but these were taken from collections or somehow got out of the original packaging at some point and then spent or dumped in as a collection for some reason. But this is one we found earlier in the stream, and you can see it just has a super high glossy finish, which is called proof. It's called a proof coin. And this one's a little bit circulated, so you can't see it quite as well, but you can see how reflective it is. It has like a mirror-like finish. And the easiest way to tell, though, you can see right above the date, S mint mark. Anything that has an S mint mark, you'll want to hang on to. All right, so let's finish going through these here. There's a 2023. Really nice toned 1974, kind of a interesting grayish brown toning, kind of cool. We got a marked coin. Somebody wrote 96 on it. And it's a 1998 $50. All right, next roll. I see one new one in the end. Oh, there's like 5 new ones. There might be a lot more as we transition into the new ones on the bottom of this box. I'm not going to yell out all the dates like I have been doing in previous streams. I think I finally got used to it now. There's an example of a marked coin. Could be from a coin roll hunter. And nothing in that roll. Don't see any silver in this one, and there's like at least 4 of the new $50 by the edge. They are just so shiny. You can't miss them. Okay, nothing there. Looks like at least 3 more new ones in here. I don't see any silver. This could be like from the same batch last week. We got another one of those really weird kind of like corroded ones that were exposed to moisture. I don't know. They look maybe slightly different than the ones we found last week, but there was a bunch of those last time. So hard to tell if this is kind of like a continuation of that source or not. Kind of interesting one here I'll show. More of those marked coins. This one has crazy toning. Is that toning or is that a substance? No, that's actually toning. I'll just show this real quick because it's kind of interesting. Check out the gold in the middle of the back of that one. That's crazy how deep that gold is in the middle. Interesting, but I don't think I'm going to keep it. After you save too many novelty-looking coins over the years, you just have too much of a stash. And if it's not really awesome, you just got to toss it back. Let somebody else find it. Couple new ones in this roll. Don't see any silver. Oh, that's silver we found. I forgot. We got to throw it in the fire bucket. So, I don't know. Maybe we need a new ritual. Got to yell fire and throw it in the bucket. I'm checking some of the early 1980s coins for the no FG initials on the back too, because they're easy to look for. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, here's how it goes. Here's how it's gonna go. Fire in the hole. There we go. There we go. And I made it too. That was a good toss. That was a good toss. Okay. Last roll of the top of the box, and then I'll show you what's going on with the bottom. There's like at least 4 new ones in here. Couple 2021s. All right. So, and I'll show you a couple of the other things I found. Actually, I'm going to show you all something I just picked up with the Gong. That, like I said, went with the same purchase, and it's really cool. But first of all, I didn't check the bottom of these. I looked at the top of them because I pulled the rolls off the top to look at these, and I could tell they were all new on the bottom. I can flip the rolls around to check them again myself, but for some reason, exactly the bottom half of this box is all new 2023s. All of them. And I am going to flip them over to make sure there's not circulated ones mixed in. But I'll just show you in the ends. These are all 2023s, brilliant uncirculated. You can see right there. I'm going to flip a bunch of these around just to see if they're all the same. I'm assuming they are. They all look to be uncirculated 2023s. And yes, I mean, every roll that I've picked up are all that way. So I don't think I should go through these on stream because, well, since it's not a whole box, though, I may want to just open them all so I can return them to the bank as a full, well, I guess, yeah, if I open them, then I can just put them in my bank bags and then return them as like a deposit to count them instead of trying to return it as a full box. So we'll think on that a minute. I don't know. You can let me know in the comments if you think I should open at least a couple of those rolls to test them. While we're waiting for a minute, here was an interesting purchase that I got this along with the Gong. I got this for $2 also. This came like it was a set. They wanted like $5 for 2, like an old brush, an old mirror. It was like brass handled. That was monogrammed. They're like from the 1950s. Like I said, they were in poor shape though, but I was putting them in my antique booth. So I figured I could sell them for like, $10, $15. It's kind of like old items. This came with it. I figured this was probably the same era. I just thought this was going to be like a mid-century brass tray, made here in the US, and I couldn't have been further from the truth. I got it cheap, so I didn't really even inspect it. But this is actually antique, not just vintage, and it's from Russia. So this is actually what you would call something like a samovar tray, which you would have put like a Russian-style teapot on top of this. It's hammered brass, and then it has riveted handles on, and then the handles are like cast. It's from the late 1800s, and I will try to show up close. It's in okay condition. There's some corrosion on it. It could be better. It could be worse. And it has the, I believe the Russian imperial symbol on it. It's a little bit worn down, and then it says something in Russian there. But anyway, so the cheapest one I could find that's similar to this, they sell in this size, they sell for like $70. because it's antique and it's from Russia. They sell for like right around the $70 mark, and I got it for $2. So it has some corrosion spots. So even corrosion spots, even if it's technically only worth 50, if I do a conservative estimate, that's a pretty cool find for $2. Personally, I don't think I'm going to keep this. I just don't have a big interest in it. It's not like just really fancy or anything that just looks really too interesting to me, but the origin of it is really cool. So I might try to sell this in my antique booth. So I figured I'd share that all with you. That's my Russian tray. Linda said wait until the end. Okay, I can do that. Maybe we'll go through some of the new rolls at the end. I'll go ahead and just start into the other box. So far, box number 1, the best finds, a 1969 silver, 1981 S proof, and probably a 1996 that's from a mint set. And I'll set that toned $50 off to the side for a minute. We'll start into the next box. You're probably right. I should set them for a recap. I should probably throw all the silver in the bucket at the end. We'll fish that silver I found out at the end to do the recap. And before I do that, let's just show one more random thing because I got some stuff here. Oh, yeah, I'll show one more thing, and then I'll save another batch of stuff for the end. Actually, I'm going to show 2 things real quick. So this I picked up today. It wasn't my best purchase. Thought it was interesting. This is actually plastic, but it's a vintage sewing box from the 1960s, and it's in really good condition. It just needs cleaned up. The hardware is in good shape. The hinges on the back. And yeah, it's from the 1960s. It's a Max Klein. It's from Baraboo, Wisconsin, and they're from the 60s. And it had some stuff in it too. Had some thread in it, and one of these I can't remember what these things are called, but like sewing accessories. And I picked this up for $4. I looked on eBay. The cheapest one is like 14 plus shipping. That's this color, so it's probably worth like $20. Give or take a little bit. So it's cool. I mean, even though it's plastic, it's a soup. Normally, I wouldn't buy something plastic trying to find old stuff, but this is like cool vintage plastic. Needle threaders. Thank you, Linda. But yeah, it's probably the most fancy piece of plastic I ever bought. Let's put it that way. And one other thing that's cool also. This, I don't know how old it is, but this, I love old boxes. I have a thing for old boxes. I got this for $8 at a Salvation Army. It's like just a really cool old box. Like I said, I don't know exactly how old. The nails don't look too incredibly old for me. This could be slightly newer, made to look older, but regardless, it's a really nice piece. And to get it for $8, this is something I could easily sell for. It has the chain on it. This is something I could easily sell for $20 in an antique booth. I'm pretty sure that's an easy 20. I mean, possibly more. I'm just trying to be conservative on my estimates. Yeah, you put a little lock on here. Hardware's in good shape. $7.99 on that. Pretty decent buy. And one more thing I'll show. This is kind of cool. So I got one of these before, and it was a golf caddy. But this one is a lot bigger and a lot more valuable. And I got this for $6 at a thrift store. Not my tastes. I don't want to keep it, but it's an old Atlantic mold, hand-painted ceramic from the 1970s. And it's a biker. And this one was actually painted pretty decent. Got some expression and character going on there. Paid $6 for it. The cheapest one of this design on eBay that's done well, which has a good paint job on it, $60. Realistically, I don't know what I could sell it for. I'm pretty sure I could get 40 for sure. And yeah, so that's an Atlantic mold hand-painted figure from the 70s. And yeah, it's a big flashy item. It's something that somebody will really like. So show it up close there. Anyway, so that's that. And we'll go back into the $50 now. We'll go back into the $50. Okay, so box number 2, it looks like all of the coins are circulated. I mean, of course, there's a few with uncirculated ones in the ends, but here's an interesting one. I don't know if this is a mark from a coin roll hunter, but there's a 2021 with green Sharpie on it, which is kind of interesting. That probably was by a coin roll hunter trying to mark some of the new coins to see if they were coming back through. Yes, Linda, you're right. That's, yeah, Evil Knievel style. It has like the fringe stuff and, yeah, all that. So the one I have is actually pretty unique. Actually, most of the ones I saw on eBay, they're hand painted. So they actually are all unique. They did different color palettes and different stuff. And actually, of the ones I compared to on eBay, I think mine was the best one, actually. And that's why I bought it. I thought it looked good. I saw a couple of them. Look, the paint colors, and one didn't have the eyes painted. It looked really bizarre. But yeah, that's a nicer one. So fully circulated box here. Not brand new roll. So we're going to start going into it. Hopefully we get some silver in this box as well. Lisa, how's it going? Good to see you. Paula, I don't. That box. Oh boy, record albums. It might be just a hair too small. I'm just trying to go off the size in my head of record albums. I think it might just be a touch too small. But I'd have to measure it. But let's do this. Let's go through some more rolls. And of course, there are some of the newer coins mixed in. That is to be expected, but I only see 2 by edge in this roll, so that's good. Definitely a good sign. I'm hopeful we'll find at least something in this box. The first box, actually, for only looking through the top half of the box, we did good on that last one. And if I just can't help myself, I do have more boxes, but I'm trying to spread them out and save them for another stream. So here's the one with the marked 2021. We'll open that one. I don't see any silver, but I also don't see any new coins, so that's a good sign. Dave, what's going on? The other Dave. We had Diggin' Dave in here a minute ago. I don't know if he's still here. But Dave number 2. We always have a lot of Daves in the chat. Dave must be the name to have. My brother's name is David. Actually, I should probably hit the gong when we find silver too. Yeah, the silver gong. That's what it should be. I need to make there's a NIFC 2007D, not in good shape, has a little stain on it, so we'll toss it back. But I am finding things. Okay, there's a 2020 Denver. I think 2020 is technically the last year of the NIFCs, if I remember correctly. I think they technically started minting them for circulation again in 2021. But I'm not saving those. I'll probably make somebody happy who likes NIFCs. When I started getting back into coin roll hunting, I purged. I dumped almost all of my NIFCs back into circulation, and I had a massive bag from years of coin roll hunting. I decided just to put them back into circulation instead of trying to sell them. Cheryl said, why is the thumbs up stuck on 15? I think you need to refresh because it says 39 on my end. But yeah, if you're coming in, go ahead and smack that like button if you don't mind. I would appreciate that. It's free to smack the like button. Just don't break your phone screen or your computer. So your choice tonight. Any super chats you either get, I'll either hit the gong or give you a fancy slam dunk. See like 2 newer ones here, but they're slightly different color toned. One of them could be an older NIFC, but Nope. It's just a. Oh, I'm going to show this one. I found one of these in the last stream, so it is a sign of decent stuff in the box. But I actually just got a. I don't know if I'd quite call it uncirculated, but it's at least a near uncirculated 1971. And I actually like seeing these in the boxes because when you find stuff like this, sometimes silver is not too far behind. We did get one of those in the last stream, and we did find 2 silvers in the box where I found the other uncirculated 1971. So always like when I see those. We'll set that aside here for a second. Good night, Vincent. Thank you for stopping by. Powers Lawn Care, what's going on? Next roll. Don't see any silver. There are a couple new ones in here, though, per usual. And I will be back literally in 1 second, just going to grab my drink real quick, and I'm going to fly right back in. That's good. Good water. Okay. Do not see any silver in this roll. Got one really shiny one in this roll. It's just a 2021. Nothing in that roll. A lot of coins from the 70s, just very standard half dollars in a lot of them. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Did get one thicker rim in here, but that not too thick for a proof. It is! Guys, we got another proof. I thought this might just be a nice thick one from the 70s, but let me set these down. We got another one. And do you all want to guess the year? Go ahead and guess the year of the proof coins. They've made proof coins pretty much every year, so it could be anything. But while you all are guessing, I'm going to clean it off a little bit. Cool. This one's in much better shape than the last one. I'm just going to get the smudges off of it because these show up so much better if you just give them a little wipe with a soft cloth. So much better. It already looks 10 times better. Linda says 1992. I can't guess because I already saw the date. It came out date first, so I can't guess. Oh, wow, yeah, with a little wipe down. I mean, there's some circulation marks in it. Don't get me wrong. This one isn't perfect, but it looks really good. Lisa says 1974. Here we go. I'm going to show it in 3, 2, 1. It's another 1981, but look at the finish on that one. Much better than the last one. See how reflective? That is a beauty. And the reverse is even better. It's the obverse that has some marks. You can see the mirror-like finish there when I tilt it out. The light. This side is actually even nicer. Almost no marks on the reverse. Just a frosty white beauty right there. Nice. That is a nice coin. All right, we'll set that up here on the desk. First good find of this box, and we're only on the 9th roll. Todd said, I have no idea what this is. I just came to this live stream because I Googled how to type YouTube emoji, and you have to be on a live stream to type. Okay? Well, thank you for stopping by, Todd. I am looking through bank sealed rolls of $50 for silver and other interesting coins. So I hope you enjoy for as long as you stay. I actually got an interesting one here. I'll show a second. We're doing pretty good right now. Yeah, half the time, probably most of us don't know how we end up on YouTube videos. The recommendations get me. I really get suckered in by like random documentaries that look really interesting. I literally watched a documentary before I started my live stream. So here I have I can't remember exactly what these are called. It is a little bit of a weak strike, but this is a more interesting one. The mint mark is so blurry you can't distinguish it. Like it's in a circular pattern in the middle of the coin. I always called it kind of like a sunburst pattern, but this is one of the more extreme ones I've seen where it actually faded some of the lettering. I'll show it to you guys up close. This is what I would call a minor mint error. It doesn't affect the reverse nearly as much, but this one really stood out to me. I might keep this one. It's in pretty good shape too. You can see how it has that weird like layered effect. The mint mark just looks like a blob. You can see how the die is definitely struck on a weak or an old die. The mint mark looks like it's just a blob. You can't even read it. And the W is really faded. And then it has like that weird, this is one of the most extreme ones I've actually ever found. You can see almost like there's those indentations in the center. That's not damage. That's actually a mint error because it kind of goes in that circular effect around Kennedy. And then you can see the pits in the die. So this must have been struck on a really old die at the end of its life and still passed quality control. And it didn't really affect the reverse as much. It's kind of looking normal. It's definitely warm enough to metal detect here in Tennessee. I've just been not doing a lot of detecting right now because of some issues with my wrist and other things. But it's definitely warm enough. Cheryl's from Australia. Well, I'm from Tennessee. Not sure where everybody else is from. Next roll. Don't see any silver. No new coins either, so that's good. So we'll take a browse through these. Probably nothing interesting in this roll. Minnesota. Next roll. No new coins, but no silver. And I got to figure out what to do with this. Actually, I got to wash my hands really good after this. I got a finger here that's like a little bit swollen. I got a thorn. I was doing yard work. I was pruning a thorn bush, and I got a thorn really deep went into my finger that way from like doing this motion, and I couldn't get it out, and it got a little bit infected around the end of it. Not badly, but I might have to do a little bit of, I might have to poke a hole down in there to make sure that there's no buildup in there. I don't think there is. I think it's just a little bit swollen. But thankfully, it's not my roll opening finger. It's the middle finger next to it. Otherwise, this would be a very painful endeavor. There's one new coin and one toward the other end. I don't see any silver. Nothing there. Hey, Copperal, what's going on? Good to see you. Coit, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. I see one new one in this roll and no silver. But like I said, we're checking more than just the edges today. And if I wasn't doing that, I wouldn't have found that interesting error, which I think I'm going to keep that one because that actually is a pretty pronounced one. I don't know the technical name for that type of error. Normally just say like struck on an old die. I don't know if there's a specific name for that type of coin. Like I said, it's not like something super valuable. It may be worth a couple bucks just because it's a nice example of that type of error, but it's not anything that's like super rare or valuable. Sure. What did you do to your wrist? It's actually a long time ago. It's kind of an old injury re-aggravated. I actually like massively hyperextended a tendon in my wrist in a bowling. I can't call it an accident, but it was something stupid I did when I was young in my early 20s, and I like massively hyperextended a tendon. It's really flared up recently. It's been feeling a bit better because I actually got a really good massage on it by somebody at a chiropractor's office, and it helped to break up some of the inflammation. So it was hurting really bad for like 10 days, and it was kind of like, why did this focus go out here all of a sudden? Come on. Focus back in, Willie, please. Hold on. We'll just, every time I like hold up a glass or drink, there we go. Perfect. So I've been resting up my wrist. But yeah, it's just re-aggravating a really old injury. Do not see any silver in this roll. So what do we have so far? 2 proof coins, 1 silver, and 1 error. Not bad. Yeah, an incident, not an accident. Sounds about right. We got 1 painted red edge. It's a 71D. A little bit of red paint on the back. Only 1 new one in this roll, 2023. Anytime you're popping out proof coins, though, anything could come out. Don't see any silver in this roll. I'm hopeful there'll be at least 1 in this box. I got another one of those really nice 71Ds. It's not perfect, but it's near uncirculated. Two new ones in this roll. Don't see any silver by the edges. Remember that 1 silver, though, fooled us in the previous stream. It didn't look like silver by the edge. That one was still baffling. No silver here. But yeah, even if I can average like 1 or 2 silvers a box, that would be a success at the moment, actually. I think we're averaging about 1 a box right now. And of course that average could go up, you know, when I find if I'm able to get a collection dump. But okay, so how many boxes did I do this year so far? And we're not going to count the ones that I started the year with and getting brand new boxes and didn't go through. Okay, so I did a 1-box stream, and then a 2-box stream, right? And then this is the next 2-box stream. We have 3 so far. Because I think there was no silver in the first box. And then there was none in the second box, and then there was 2 in the third box, 1 in the fourth box, which is this one, and then this is the 5th box. So if I don't find silver in this box, yeah, we'll be a little bit under 1 per box. I got a really bizarre toned 1990 that fooled me a second. I thought we missed a toned silver. Look how gold this is. 1990. Really strange color. That fooled me for a second. I thought I missed a toned silver because the silvers can turn yellow like that sometimes. Lisa, I didn't find a glass canister. Look what I got. I got a fire bucket. It's a heavy metal reproduction for like an old firehouse bucket. Yeah, it's really cool. So all the silver's going in there. I forgot I bought that, and I'm like, that's a perfect use for it. The 1983 weak FG initials on the back, but it's still there, so I'm going to toss it in. Only saving it if the initials are completely gone. A couple interesting rims in here. I don't think any are proofs, but I could be wrong. Nope, that's just a nice bicentennial. And the other thick one is another one of those really thick rimmed 1996s that I keep finding. I don't know if those were broke out of mint sets, or maybe they just added some really fat rim 1996s when they minted the half dollars, because almost all of those fat rims that fool me thinking it might be a proof, they like seemingly almost always turn out to be 1996s. So maybe that's a thing, and I'm just not aware of it. Don't see any silver in this roll. Couple new ones in that roll, but not too bad. Two more new ones in here, it looks like. That new one was a 2022. I did a double take. Usually the new ones I find are 2023s or 2021s. I think that was the first 2022. I'm dropping a couple. They can just sit down there until later. Another nice near uncirculated bicentennial. Some nicer coins floating around in here. All of a sudden, I'm dropping a bunch. Okay, that was the end of the top of this box. I could take a break here and just show the couple other things I picked up that are really random and nothing too fascinating. I got one nice vintage item, but this was really good just for the price, because I got this watering can that somebody painted red in really good condition for $3. That's a really good buy for $3. They painted over everything, so if I want to reuse it, I have to like poke through all these holes to probably push all the paint out. This I got because it's just super cool. I can sell it in my antique booth, or I can keep it. I don't think this is particularly old. It's actually a little beat up on this side, but it's just a cool barrel. Nice dark toned black metal. Like I said, the screws don't look too particularly old. It's just probably just a replica, but I got that for like in bulk. It was with other stuff for like $8 or $9. That would be an easy sell for like probably like 20. So in my booth. So if I don't want to keep it, I will be able to make a little bit of money on it. And so this is a little bit cooler because this is vintage. It is a Bromwell's measuring sifter, guaranteed. And has the measurements: 2 cups, 3 cups, 4 cups, 5 cups. You can see the sticker's still on it. It says $4.99, but I didn't pay that much for it. It was in a bulk purchase. So it was like I got a little bit off. So it was like $3 or $4. And then, so of course you have this in here. It still works. You have this ring and then the sifter. And when you spin it, it sifts whatever you put in there through the bottom. I don't know if this was mainly for like flour and stuff like that. Somebody probably knows in the chat, somebody old school. Yeah, Lisa said flour or powdered sugar. Yeah, that's about what I figured. And of course, you wouldn't use this for food anymore because it's really old and a little bit rusted, but it actually still turns. They had a bunch of these, and I think somebody got a bunch of them from an estate. This place buys out estates, and this one's in really nice condition. I have no idea on value. A small primitive item like this, I don't know. It could be worth like $12. I don't know, give or take, a little more, a little less. I think somebody would pay at least 12 for that. But it's cool. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. Half the stuff I buy, I never know if I'm going to keep it or sell it yet. Yeah, that's a few other things I picked up. Linda said flour. My mom has one. Cool. Yeah, I know that's not like super old. That's like probably mid-century, I'm assuming. And we can start going through the bottom half of these, bottom box of these $50. AAP said grandma used one every day making biscuits. Pretty cool. Paula said I got one I still use. That's awesome. Yeah, I've actually I've never known anybody to use one, so it was kind of a new thing to me. Yeah, it was definitely a new thing to me. And I obviously knew it wasn't something really rare. I just knew it was vintage and it was in good shape. I knew it's something that would be a cool item to sell. And I got it for the right price. Paula said mine is from around 1970. Yeah, I don't know if anybody knows the exact age on mine. I think the one I have looks a little bit older, but I could be wrong. I was thinking mid-century on mine, like 1950s, or even closer to World War II, but I could be mistaken. Then again, it could be, a little newer too. It could be from the 60s or something. Wow, a really nice gold-toned 1974 there. Toned 1972. Paula said yes because yours has measurements on it. Okay. Yeah, I did think it looked a little older. Oh, wow. Silver's 27 now? That's awesome. Can somebody look it up? Because I don't want to do it while I'm streaming here and put more load on my computer. But what is a 40% silver half worth today in melt value? If somebody could post it in the chat, I'd really appreciate that, so I don't have to try to look it up while I'm streaming here. I'm assuming, I guess it's probably around like what? Is it over $3 now? Would a 40% be worth over $3 now? Oh, Sebastian said close to 5. Yeah, I haven't been following it for a while, but yeah, actually, yeah, because the last time I really checked silver a lot, it was closer to like the high teens, I think. So yeah, I guess it would be closer to 5. So yeah, any 40% is a good in today's market, that's for sure. Okay, I just got a little bit of an error. It's a minor one, but I'm glad I'm poking through some of these other coins. Some of these 1983s get the weird, I call them pie crust edges. They're stamped slightly off center, and sometimes you can see the edge of the coin, the ridges on the coin on the front or on the back. Those are worth saving. And this one doesn't have it, but this one has a little cud error. There's extra metal on the edge of the coin, and that's actually not common on half dollars. So I'm going to show it on the edge. I looked at it very carefully. It's not smushed. It's not damaged. It's actually got some extra metal on the rim. And I'm going to show it up close. This is actually a pretty interesting find. You see on that side? A little bit of extra metal there. And you can see how it was, there's kind of like a little bit of a double rim there. So that was slightly struck offset, but not enough to make it valuable. But actually that little bit of metal that kind of got like wedged in there makes it more interesting. If it didn't have that, I wouldn't have kept it, because that's a pretty common error on the early 80s ones. But that one has extra metal on it. And those aren't that common on $half. And like I said, I'll say it's not going to be something super rare, but yeah, is it worth a little bit over face value, like, you know, $1 or $2? Absolutely. Absolutely is an error coin. It has a little bit of value over face. Pink Girl, how's it going? Thank you for stopping in. I set the barrel here and I threw some of the paper right in the barrel. Okay, there's a gap in these coins. I think one's really chewed up. Yeah, really damaged in 1974. There's one new one, a couple 2021s. Really nice 1994. I need to stretch here soon. So next super chat, we're going to hit the gong and do a slam dunk, because we haven't done a slam dunk yet. I'll give everybody a dunk even without a super chat. But if I get a super chat, we'll hit the gong and do a slam dunk. How's that sound? Hey, Nick, how's it going? Good to see you. There's a marked coin there. A 2021. Another 2021. Sebastian said 547 Canadian. Could you let me know what that is in USD now? Here we go. A special edition blue $half. Not really. Somebody just had fun with that one. That's very blue. I see one new one in here and no silver. But hey, even if that single silver we found is the only one, any silver in a hunt's actually still a decent hunt in this day and age. I don't see any new coins in this roll. And I just got a really... no, if you... use any bad language in the chat, you will definitely get timed out, or well, timed out first. You can probably get one warning before you get booted from the channel, but everybody always gets at least one warning, unless it's something really bad. Look how nasty this 1996 is. Man, that's rough. Nick, they're doing all right. I appreciate you asking. I hope everything's good with you. Okay, so $4.02 US for 40% silver. That's pretty decent. They're over the $4 mark now. Of course, that can fluctuate a little bit. I'm trying to multitask and say two things at the same time. Instead of fluctuate, I almost said fluctuate. We don't want any coins with flatulence. That's not good. Don't see any silver with this roll. We don't want any fluctuating coins. There's a 2021 D. Normally mine are, I think, from Philly. Or maybe not. Nothing there. All right. Come on, let's get a silver out of this box. Yes, it is really $1,000 and half dollars. I have two $500 boxes right from the bank, all sealed. It literally is a $1,000 coin roll hunt. And then whatever coins I don't keep go right back to the bank. Michael says my coin rolls are allergic to pea mints. Being here in Tennessee, I get a pretty good mix of the Philadelphia and Denver. It can go either way. Lots of Philadelphia, but quite a lot of Denver too. Pretty light on the San Francisco stuff. Well, of course, half dollars. Anybody's going to be light on the San Franciscos. No, this is the second box, kind of. The first box was weird. The top half of the box was circulated coins, and the entire bottom half is all uncirculated 2023s. So I didn't open the bottom half of the box because they're all sealed 2023s. So we kind of went through a half box, and then I skipped to this box. And then we might open some of those last just to check them out. But the first box had a 81S proof and a 1969 40% silver. And this box has had a two error coins, two minor error coins, and then an 81S proof. So no silver in this box yet, though. But we've got finds in everything so far. Don't see any silver here. Uh, 2021s. Don't see anything in this roll. Got a really nice 1989 near uncirculated. Unfortunately, it has a scrape on it. It has a little bit of a rainbow tone. I'm not going to show it up close because it's really light. You probably won't see it on camera, but this actually, if this didn't have some scratches on it, it's actually a really, really nice coin. But with the scratches, I'm just going to toss it. Toss it back. There's bigger fish to fry. Oh, cool, Nick. That's awesome. Because I know Canada doesn't have cent coins anymore, so it's cool that you were able to pick some up to go through. Would I get more luck hunting dimes or quarters? I would say most likely not. I mean, yeah, dimes can get a little more interesting, but I hate going through them because they're so small. Quarters are so hard to find silver. You could go through box after box after box after box and never find one. Quarters are my least favorite coins to hunt because you normally don't find anything interesting. And I don't like looking for like newer modern coins, like the W mints and stuff. It's not my thing. No, I can't stand going through quarters. I'll be completely honest. Dimes I don't like because of the size, and it is tough to find silver dimes. Half dollars are hands down the best in my opinion. Actually, second place for me is nickels. I would prefer looking for the silver war nickels than I would actually silver dimes and quarters. That's why when I don't have half dollars, I actually always have nickels and pennies. I would actually rather find wheat pennies than try to find silver and dimes or quarters. But nickels are my favorite because you can get a lot of older nickels that people don't pull out. You can get silver, and you can also get buffaloes. Nickels are just interesting. There's more things that you can find. I just found a 2005 NIFC. Nothing special. has some scratches, so it gets thrown back. But it is an NIFC, so I'm going to mention it. $12, that's not bad. Don't see any silver here. It is kind of funny that we found silver in the 1/2 box that was mixed with new coins, and in this box we might get skunked, but yet it looked better than the other box. Just goes to show you, you never really know. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get some more $2 bills for the streams too. I like going through the $2 bills too. And some of the banks have, like my one bank actually had a pretty big wad of $2 bills. A lot of them were in really nasty shape, but they ran all the way from the 1976s up until like the modern ones. Bird Dog, what's going on? Glad you could stop in. I don't know what's going on with this stream. I don't know if YouTube like bumped this one up with visibility or something, but it's weird. There's been like, it's weird though. There's not a lot of people chatting, but all of a sudden it like went from like 40 viewers up to like, there's been between like 250 and like 290. It's kind of weird. So if anybody's lurking, just stop in and say hi. If you're a first time viewer or something, just say hi. We don't bite. Hard, that is. But it's weird. Just checking if I missed anything. I'm good. Hey, Todd. Didn't you say hi earlier? If you're the same Todd. I see you. Okay, Nick, if I'm available, I'll stop in. Let me know when you're doing your 3K stream. If I can stop in, I definitely will. Four more rolls left in this box. Wow, I just got one with a completely slicked out rim. That's one of the most crazy ones I've seen. I'm going to show this up close. I can't remember if some people call these casino coins or something. Look how slicked out that one rim is. There is no ridges on it. And then, of course, you can see the one new coin there, or two new coins. But look at how slicked out that one rim is. Completely smooth. It's a bicentennial. No, it's bicentennial. I knew it was a $50. That's weird. I wonder if that one's an error. I don't know if I've ever seen one that slick. I'll show you. It doesn't look too different from the front side. There we go. It's a bicentennial. Got an Independence Hall in the back. But yeah, look at that slick rim. You can kind of see where the ridges were kind of stamped on it. Maybe it's just an error. It's really weird. Never seen that. That one's a really distinct one. We'll set that one aside. Yeah, it might be like I don't know. I think it's just weird. It does. You're right. It almost does look a little thicker, but I think that's an illusion because there's no ridges. Yeah, I think the thickness is kind of an illusion, but I could be wrong. I could try weighing it. Let me find another bicentennial, and I'll get my scale. We can just weigh it out of curiosity, because in the past, that's one reason why I went through coins by hand too. I have found some of the rare lightweight coins. Oh, that's one of the reasons why I remembered why I went through all the dates and coins again, because when you pick them up. Oh, here's another one. This is probably from a coin roll hunter, guys, because remember on the end of the first box, we found a green marked 2021. There it is. A green marked 2021. That's probably a coin roll hunter's mark in my region right there, because that's exactly the same mark and the same date as one we found earlier in the box. I think my scale's in here. Yeah, I have a scale in here. Let me find another bicentennial. Okay, there's one. I see one in the bag. We'll weigh them both just to check. It's probably going to be normal. Okay, 11.3 grams. It's pretty standard on that one. And then let's check the one with the thin rim. 11.2. It's the same, virtually, within the margin of error. Nick, thank you very much for the $3 Canadian super chat. Really appreciate that. Here it is for you, Nick. The brass gong from India. And I need to stretch, so you get a slam dunk too. Let me get the ball. All right. And I broke this hoop in the last stream. You see it sagging down? I broke it. I didn't let go of it, and I put too much tension on the rim trying to do a fancy dunk, and I literally snapped it. Plastic went everywhere. We're going to do off the wall, standard, to the side, throw it down. Ah! That felt good. That felt good. And I need a drink. I'm almost out of water. All right. Back to business here. Put it right about there. 3 rolls left in this box, and then we'll check out some of those new ones. Interesting rim here. Well, saw this rim was slightly different. A 2011 D NIFC in really, really nice shape. But once again, I'm not keeping those anymore because I just never end up doing anything with them, and they just sit around. So I'll throw them back in, let somebody else find them who wants them, who wants to make collections out of the NIFCs and sell them for a little bit more. Michael, what's going on? Thank you for the compliments. Appreciate it. And actually, might going to be wrapping it up soon. We'll see. And whenever I do wrap it up, we'll do a recap. Got a little bit of a weak strike on the reverse of this one, but not good enough to keep. Made some decent finds tonight. It wasn't a killer hunt, but definitely some keepers and a good stream altogether. One of those coins where somebody painted the Independence Hall green. Not painted, Sharpie. Okay, last roll of this box. Can there be a silver in the last roll? Probably not, but I hope I'm wrong. No, I don't see any. Do I ever plan on making any shooting hoop videos again? Not specifically like videos dedicated to that, but could I put a random shot or trick shot in a different video? Yeah, absolutely, but not like a dedicated video to like trick shots. There goes a coin. Got a really nice 1972, but we're not going to keep it. All right, so I'll fill everybody in with what happened because I've been here for almost 2 hours too. So we went through a box and a half. the first box, the bottom of the box is all uncirculated 2023s, which is bizarre. The exact half top box were normal circulated rolls, and these are all 2023s. So we went through half of that box, and so in the half box, I'll show you all what I found. Why did I set this one aside? Okay, that was just an uncirculated 71D. And the two good coins in the half of the first box was a 1981S proof. It's been circulated a bit. A lot of the finish is missing, but the reverse is a lot nicer. You can see that proof finish. So we got that and the coin that I already thrown in the fire bucket. Figure out which one it is. I should have done this at the end. This one. This is the new silver bucket. A replica of a firehouse bucket. It's pretty cool. So the two silver coins from the last stream are in there. And then in the top half of the first box, I found a 1969. And apparently now silver is like $27 an ounce. So these are literally worth $4.02 each right now. So that's pretty decent for a 50-cent piece. So that was the finds in the first half of that box. And like I said, it's all new coins in the bottom. And then out of the entire second box, I got another 1981S proof, except this one is in much, much, much better condition. I already cleaned it off with a cloth a little bit. It's really nice. There are some marks in the obverse, but the reverse is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. And then we did get two minor errors. We got a really weak strike 1972. I think it's a D. Yeah, it'd have to be because it's not. The mint mark's so blurry. You can see how blurry it is in the middle of the coin, and there's like indentations around Kennedy's chin. That's a really good example of a weak strike. So I put that one aside because I think that's worth keeping because the coin's in really, really good shape too. It's near uncirculated. So that should be worth a few bucks as an error in good shape. And then I got one that's doesn't pop up all the time, but we got a 1983 that was a misaligned die, but it wouldn't have been worth keeping because these are actually quite common. But this one has excess metal where it was misaligned. You can see on this side that blob of metal, that's not damaged. That's actually excess metal. So, I mean, once again, it's probably worth a couple bucks just as a neat minor error. So we did pretty good on that stuff tonight. And guess what? None of you forgot to remind me to put my replacement coins in the bag. Remember I was saying I want to try to remember to put replacement coins in for the ones that I keep so that I know exactly what amounts go into the bank. So if they mess up the counting really bad, I'll know. So I'll have to do that too. Why did I keep this one? Oh yeah, that's the one with the slick rim. I wonder if I should keep that or not. It is weird. There's like no ridges on that rim. I don't know. So the question is, should we open a couple of these? Okay, well, I'm going to open at least one roll so you all can see. A brand new 2023 roll. Well, we'll see if there's any circulated ones in the middle of this roll because it's literally... No, they're, like I said, they are all shiny. Look at that. So the bottom half of this box is all 2023s. I have not found any 2024s yet. So I don't want to really open all those rolls, but I guess we'll just open them real quick and then decide if I want to, because I don't want to try to take a half box back to the bank. I'll just put them all in the bag. Okay. I'm just going to look at the edges. We'll make this quick. And maybe we'll find an error doing this. Maybe I'll browse through some of them and not just by edge. Oh, wow, why don't those ones want to come out? I mean, I guess if there was being an error, we'd probably usually see most of it by the rim. Well, not really. It depends on the kind of error. But these are all 2023 Ps. Well, Linda, I don't think there'd be a proof in here because these are sealed rolls right from the mint, so there wouldn't be any proofs mixed in because these are all sealed brand new ones. There wouldn't be any proofs in these because the proofs would have to be in. They're sold as collector's items in sets, so there's no way a proof could be inside a sealed roll like this that's all new coins. It would have to be in a mixed roll. You want one, Nick? Yeah, I don't mind. If you want to buy a roll and pay the shipping, I guess I could do that for you. I don't mind. I could do that for you. I'll save one for you. Before I open any more. Oh, you just one coin? Sure. Yeah, I don't mind. I could try to pick you out a real nice one. Oh, there's a lot of dings on the rims of some of these new ones. You got abused. Check out some of these. You can see there's like a lot of like dings. Look at all this. A lot of dings on the rims on some of these rolls. Kind of crazy. Yes, Michael, dimes are very hard on the eyes and not always very fun to hunt. I'm just going to go through these really quickly and then figure out what we're going to do on the rest of the stream. Sounds good, Nick. Yeah, I'm just going to check them by edge real quick, see if any of these rolls have anything mixed in either. Okay, sounds good, Nick. Yeah, I haven't sent like a letter to Canada in a long time. I don't know if I could just put it in an envelope and pay the surcharge for it not being able to go through the machine, or if I'd have to put it in a bubble mailer. I have no idea. I'll have to try and figure it out. I actually haven't shipped anything overseas in quite a long time. Oh, overseas. I meant out of the country. Canada's not overseas. That's funny. That's funny. That's definitely funny. Yeah, overseas. Getting to Canada by boat. Man, some of these rims are really dinged up. I'm going to try to pick you out a nice one, Nick. I don't want you to send you a brand new one that has like a really dinged up rim. I want to try to find you one without like any circulation marks at all. That one's got a mark. I'll check a couple in each roll. Yeah, geography with Davey with JD. Yeah, in Canada, way over the ocean from Tennessee. Yeah, that one's got some scuffs on it. This one looks pretty good. Yeah, it's got some chatter on it. I'm sure most of them are going to. That one has a tiny scratch. It's hard even finding perfect new coins. Let's try this one. That's the best one so far. We'll set that one aside. Ooh, that one might even be better. We'll pick one of those. Okay, I'm going to get through these rolls really fast because nobody wants to see me opening brand new 2023 rolls, and then we'll figure out what we're doing. Come on, focus. Nothing's looking interesting in these. Didn't get this roll open enough. Man, there are some pretty big dings on the end of these 2023s. What happened? What is going on at the mint? These are supposed to be like beautiful brand new coins, and like the edges are all dinged up. I've never seen so many dinged edges. Okay, Nick, cool. I'll watch it. I'll watch it when this. Oh, I'm glad I went through these. So I literally got a mixed source. So all of a sudden, randomly, this roll is not all new coins. It's a 2023 on the end. So I literally got one of the end sources probably right where the new coins were stopping. So hopefully that's a good sign that from here on out, they're going to be mostly circulated. But see, there could have been a silver hiding down in here. There's only 3 new ones in that roll, so I don't know if the the other ones might be mixed. We'll see. There's 4 rolls left. Okay, well this roll is not all 2023s. That was weird. So yeah, it's good that we went through them. This one looks like it's all 2023s. It's kind of weird. This box is just so weird. Yeah, this one's all 2023. I'll look out of those for the best ones. I'll pick the best one out there. Huh. This last roll is all 2023s. That's funny. There was one random roll on the bottom of the box that was not all 2023s. Okay, that's done. And I ran out of bags. I have way too many coins in this one bag. I have 2 full boxes. I usually do 1.5 in each bag. Ha! That's a lot. Okay. Ugh. That's a bit too many, but that's okay. All right. How long have I been here? 1 hour and 58 minutes. That's about standard. The streams have been going between about 2 and 2.5 hours. It usually, with my lollygagging around and doing the show and tell and chatting, we usually average about 1 hour a box. Shroom Day said, I always get a lot of wheat cents anytime I get a box. Not many key dates, though. Yeah, usually I always get at least a few wheat cents in a box. It's pretty rare that I get less than like 3. Sometimes they're a lot better. But yeah, it's always nice to. That's what's nice about hunting pennies. You almost always find. You pretty much always find at least something. Todd, how many times are you going to say hi? Just slow down on the spam. I saw you the first time. So let's do this real quick. Let me get the other boxes that I picked up that I was probably going to save for next week, and we'll preview those. I don't think I want to go through them now, unless I always make like an ultimatum. Like if somebody sends a big super chat, we'll go through another box now. I don't want to make it sound like I'm dangling a carrot, but I've done that in the past. And it's kind of fun. It's like kind of saying, it's like, oh, I want to go through it so bad. Somebody just give me a reason to. Nick said, how big? Oh, I don't know. How big? How big? If somebody sent, let's say, let's pick a weird number. If it was like $12, for $12, I would go through another box. Let me show them. Okay, so this is the other box that I have. And it looks good to me because there are no new coins on top, which is what I want to see. Oh, this thing is so heavy. Well, I'll pick it up. Ugh. There are no new coins on the top of that box, which is what you want to see. Did you have to, Nick? No, I appreciate it. Well, okay, so I guess I'm doing another box for everybody. That was very kind of you, Nick. That was for the community, I guess. Okay. I'll give you a slam dunk too, because I need to stretch again, and I got to show the. Okay, and Nick, you're gonna get to pick which box I go through. So I'm gonna get the other box here in a second. Anyway, first of all, let's hit the gong. All right. Let me get the other box. Okay. And I'm going to do a slam dunk too, just because. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. I'm not thinking. So, Nick, we're definitely going to go through the first box because I forgot. I mentioned this earlier. One of the boxes is all uncirculated 2023. So I'm taking this back to one of my banks as is. I'll show it to everybody here. It is all uncirculated 2023s. I hope this is the last of these that I get. But I'll just show one up close so you can all see. One of these boxes is literally all 2023 uncirculated. And I am going to just double check the bottom of some of these rolls. I think they all are. I'm not opening them. Yeah, the whole way through the bottom of the box, they're all 2023s. So, Nick, you got me going through the last box I have, and then we're just going to have to hope my banks come through next week. All right. Wow, that made a big thud. Okay, so I'm going to get another drink of water here, and then we'll start going. Oh, wait. I ran out of bags. When am I going to put these half dollars in? I literally cannot keep filling up that bag. And I'm not putting them in this barrel we have here because I don't want to break that barrel. I don't know. I guess I'll probably just put them in like a plastic bag or something and double it. I I don't know because I ran out of bank bags. I forgot to get more. Actually, my dad picked up more for me at the one bank that he helps me dump stuff at, but I forgot to get the bags from him, so I have more. But I don't think I have any more bags. Let me check real quick. No, I'm out of bags. But I do have a giant Ziploc bag. I guess I'll just put them in here for now and transfer them another time. I'll just throw them in here. AAP or Nick, you have permission to ban Todd from the channel since he wants so badly. You can fulfill his wish if you want. All right, so we're going to start going through these. I'm going to get some water here real quick. Okay, let's go with this box. Come on. Let's get some silver. Let's do this. It's a little fuzzy. Come on, focus out. There you go. Thank you. First roll, I got a little interesting gold looking rim here. What is it? Kind of slightly gold-toned 1994. And what I like about this box, maybe this box is from a slightly older source. I don't see any new coins in the first roll. Yeah, no new coins in the first roll. I like that. Is that a new coin? Nope. Oh, yeah, a 2021 in the second roll. Okay, so there's going to be at least some mixed in, but maybe not the super new ones. I mean, a 2021 is still not a 2023, right? I have a feeling we're going to get something in this box. I've got a feeling. Oh, there's a 2021 on the end, but no more new ones on the inside. Yeah. It's like no new coins. 74, 74, 71, 81. They're all just mostly standard older cloud ones. So, yeah. Maybe there'll be something in here. It's going to be easy to see silver if it pops out of one of these, because it's not one of those mixed ones where there's all sorts of newer coins mixed in to catch your attention. Oh man, just missed the bag. Actually getting pretty hungry. I'm gonna have to get something to eat after the stream. Probably won't eat on stream this time. Really nasty 1977. Yeah, sugar-free gummies, Dave. That sounds like a good snack. So, just for anybody who, most people probably have no idea who are here right now, but several years ago, I did a sugar-free gummy challenge on the chat. Let me get this to focused out again. There we go. I did one of the sugar-free gummy challenges because they have a lot of the sugar alcohols in them, and if you eat too much, it says right on the package you shouldn't eat like too many of them. So we were going through the reviews on Amazon because it was hilarious, and everybody's like, I ate the whole package and had the worst cramps of my life, or had to run to the toilet or something. And it was kind of hilarious because people just buy them and then they eat the whole package, and then not everybody reacts the same way to them. So Dave, I wasn't going to do the whole thing, but I put an ultimatum out there, and I said, if somebody super chats $100, I'll do the whole thing. And I believe it was you, Dave, right? Yeah, I sent super chatted $100, and I ate the whole thing, and nothing happened on stream. But I did say afterward on the next stream, I don't remember how long after, but like it was a marathon stream, and I was on for a long time. But like an hour after the stream, I got a pretty good clean out. Let's just put it that way. I just got a brilliant, I saw it by Edge, brilliant, incredibly nice uncirculated 1980 Denver. I might keep that. That is stunning. Yeah, that's nice. That hasn't been floating around too long. This has less circulation marks than those new 2023s. This is a really nice coin. That's almost perfect. Just a couple tiny like chatter marks. Probably going to hang on to that one. Actually, let's take a break for 1 second do I have any finger foods I can eat here while my fingers are black? I don't know. Might just have to eat after the stream. Because I don't think I have any like granola bar type things, but I'm getting hungry. Yeah, that coin is like super nice. So I did get one semi-new one, 2021. I don't see any 2023s though. I think this box may have been sitting around for a while in the vaults, which is a pretty good sign. Yeah, we're keeping that 1980 for sure. Hey, Mark. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I know money's dirty. My hands are like, we've been on so long, my hands are like black. But I'm hoping we get silver in this last box here because we started with silver. Now we got to end with silver. Mark, I get a lot of people telling me, look, I look like somebody else. And when I was younger, I looked a lot different. A lot of people can't picture it, but when I was up until my early 20s, I was rocking a big old mullet. My hair was right out of the 80s. I even had it pulled back in a little ponytail for a while. And, yeah. Oh, what's that one actor everybody told me I looked like? I can't remember his name. Oh, what was his name? Michael Cera. There's a little bit of resemblance there when I was younger. TNRW, what's going on? Thank you for popping in. I just got an NIFC 2013, but I'm not going to keep it. And I got a 2003 NIFC. So there are things popping up in these rolls. Hopefully we get some silver. So I'll tell you all this funny story. So you guys think I'm thin now. When I was in high school, I weighed 125. And I'm like 135 now. I've literally only gained like 10 pounds since high school. But so I had kind of long hair. I had a little bit of a thinner face, and I was kind of twiggy. And there was a lady that really thought I looked like Pippin from Lord of the Rings. So there was this lady at one of my basketball games who was one of the moms from the opposing team that came to our school. And while I was playing, she was yelling, "Go Pippin!" I kid you not. That's a true story. That's one of JD's stories from the vault. That's a true story. She was yelling, "Go Pippin!" She was cheering for me. I think she was genuine. I don't think she was taunting me. It didn't seem like taunting. Nick, my email is jdsvarietychannel@gmail.com. Plural, jdsvarietychannel@gmail.com. Well, I don't know if my face was thinner, but I was thin. My arms were thinner because, yeah, it was before I probably even did any lifting at all. I was kind of twiggy, a lot more even twiggy than now. Okay, Mark, I'll check it out. I haven't heard that one yet. Okay, I hope this is a proof, guys. We got a really nice thick gold rim here. Look at that poking through. Woo, look at that catching the light. Catching the light. Wow. That is a beefy rim. I'm going to pop this. Oh, lost a bunch of coins out of the top. Oh, there they all go. That's okay. I'll clean them up later. I don't think there was any silver there. Come on, be a proof. Let me pull this out here. It's a good one, guys. It's a good one. It's a pretty good one. It's not a proof, but look at this. It's a 1987 Denver NIFC in incredible condition. An 87D, which is an NIFC year and definitely a keeper. That is a good one. Look at the condition of that. That is a nice one. Woo-wee. That is definitely a good find right there. And actually, maybe these are floating around my sources right now because I still have my finds from the last two streams sitting here on my desk. I didn't even move them yet. But I have another 87D that I found 2 weeks ago. So maybe these are floating around my area. That's a pretty nice one. I could tell that rim was super nice. I knew that was going to be a proof for something like that. That was a good one for sure. Michael says, put it in a flip. Don't touch it too much. Touch, touch, touch. Ooh, I got another one of those slick rims, but this one has some like dings in it. That's definitely like a casino coin or something that's damaged. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Now we just need a silver to go with it. But yeah, we pulled out at least one multiple finds out of every box. It's a good day on the oddball finds. I'll do a final recap at the end. Okay, we got 2 new coins in this roll. They're probably 2021s though. I'm going to check them just to see. Yep, 2021's not. Oh, there is a 2023 in here. So technically these haven't been sitting around for a while. Not at least since 2023. So the theory of a slightly older box is out the window, but at least it's mostly older coins. Michael's gone. Have a nice life, Michael. It's been good knowing you. Come on, let's see a flash of silver in here. There's a really nice 71, but not quite Unk. It's like AU. Yeah, Nick, I will. Just give me a minute here. My keyboard's over yonder. And I think I need to replace the battery in my keyboard. When I have it too far away from my tower, like, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know, but yeah, it's not all the time now that I think about it. When I try to start the streams, when I try to type, it like the letters don't always register. It's really weird. I don't know if it's an issue with the YouTube stream software, but now that I think about it, my keyboard always works except for when I'm getting the stream started, but it'll probably work now. It's weird. Let me do it real quick. Got it right here. Let's see. It's not working. Hold on, I gotta move it over here. Watch, I move it over like a foot, and then I can type. It's not working. Why is my keyboard? Oh, there's like a delay. What's going on? And then there. Okay, let's try this. There we go. Working. Oh, wait. It's in caps lock. I'll just yell it to everybody here. There you go. There it is. I don't know why the keyboard glitches during the streams. It's weird. I'll have to try changing the battery. Whoa, that is crazy shiny. Is that just a new one? That's insane. That's a 2021D, but it's like insanely bright. I think the 2021s had really nice strikes. Man, that thing's just like perfect. But we don't want it. Hey guys, you remember back in the day I used to get all those scratched coins, and every time I found scratched coins I found silver? Could we be back into my old source? There's this $50 that somebody scratched up really badly. Remember my boxes had coins where people like scratched them like crazy? That one looks similar. That brought a flashback. Could we be back in to my old source of scratched coins? And every time I found scratched coins, I found silver. That was years ago, but it could be. They could still be floating around. Oh, this roll's stuck. I wonder if there's something jagged in here. Well, I called that one. This was like not wanting to come out of the roll. That got scraped good right there. Wonder if that got run over. Huh. Focus, please. Thank you. I keep dropping them now. What is my best find from coin roll hunting? Um, Actually, the most valuable coins, honestly, are more errors than silver. I have found the 1974 DDOs, one in really good condition. I don't remember what my most valuable half dollar is. I have found a few of the errors, worth in around that like $20 range. I prefer the older stuff. I got a 1980p here, but it's not as brilliant as the other one, so I'm going to throw it back. But I do like when I find the Walking Liberty half dollars. I have found some of those. Yeah, I like when the Walking Liberty half dollars show up. I still have yet to find a Barber half dollar coin roll hunting halves, but I have found several Walking Liberty half dollars. There's a 2020 and a 2023. Metal detecting, it's just too hard to say. I've found so much amazing stuff. It's really hard to pinpoint it down to just one find. But like coin wise, I mean, I have found 2 Morgan dollars. Those are always awesome. Like just seeing those come out of the ground. My oldest American coin was an 1810 classic head large cent. That was really cool to find, especially where I found it. It's really hard to find stuff that old in my area. Okay, we're on the bottom half of the box now. No, Michael, I haven't. I personally haven't been watching a lot of detecting videos. I mean, the Civil War relics are hard to beat. I found a circa 1839 eagle breastplate that would have likely been used during the Civil War. I got one of those brilliant uncirculated 1971 Ds. That's pretty nice. I might set that one aside and look at it a little bit more, see if it's worth keeping. And the rarest coin to date I have found is a 1921 Standing Liberty quarter that would be worth about $180. I think that's my most valuable coin that I've found metal detecting. Yeah, Bird Dog finds those really nice coins, and they go in his miscellaneous bin. He's like, it's just a coin. All of a sudden, a couple more of the newish coins here. Come on, there's got to be a silver in this box. I hope so. You never know when it's going to pop up, because we did get that uncommon 1987 in like nearly perfect condition, which was a decent find. Box is a little on the slow side. Yeah, Bird Dog, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna do a treasure hunt going through Bird Dog's rejects. I gotta do that. couple new ones in here, but not seeing any silver poking through. But there's still hope. Regardless, it has been a pretty good hunt tonight. I'm just happy to be back looking through stuff. And a little bit of silver to boot. If anybody's coming in that's new to the stream, because I think we've had a lot of new viewers tonight, appreciate you stopping by. Hope you consider subscribing. For anybody coming in still all night, every super chat, I'll either hit the gong or give you a slam dunk. Sounds good, Bird Dog. I got to get through that first bin first. Save that for a hot summer day when it's too hot to do anything else. Subs for 4 years. I appreciate that. You have mini balls in your driveway. Yeah, it's things can back up when you're detectors for a long time. I remember before I got rid of my old trusty Kia that was in all of my early videos, I just let the trunk get so out of hand that I just had mounds of stuff back there that I had to like scoop out with a shovel. And I literally got rid of the wheel well, or not like the cover to the wheel well, so I could fit more junk and in back of there. And yeah, I threw out the cover for the wheel well so I could even fit more stuff back there. So I could easily throw all my detecting gear, all my scrap metal, all the good stuff. Yeah, I found stuff treasure hunting my car once. That's when I found those brass knuckles that I found that were homemade brass knuckles. I thought it was a piece of like tape wrapped around something electrical when I found it. And then I was going back through my trunk and I'm like, there's coins in there. Then I cut it open and it was full of pennies. But now that I have a newer vehicle, I don't trash it up as bad. Yeah, dust cloud is absolutely. You have to keep the trunk sealed. Thankfully, that it had one of those. My old vehicle, the trunk was completely sealed off from the cabin, so it didn't matter how much dust you had back there; it didn't affect you. But like the new vehicle, like I have now, a dust storm would you'd be driving and there'd be dust through the whole vehicle, and you'd be like coughing up a storm. This box is slow, but at least we got one find. Nick said, what's left in the box? We got 10 rolls left, including the one I'm holding. I'm trying to go through them quickly because it's a little slow. There's really nothing much interesting to look at other than that couple new ones mixed in and then that 1987 that I pulled. That roll got stuck in my finger. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll do a little recap after I'm done with the box. This will literally take like 5 more minutes, and then I'll let everybody know what I found. I did just get a 2014D NIFC. I did get one piece of silver so far, and some other nice coins too. But yeah, I did get a silver. A is better than nay. Wow. Man, I just got a 1982 with a really weak FG. I can see it on there though. Man, if that was an OFG and that was in decent shape, that would have been worth a little bit of money. So close on that one. All right, Bird Dog, have a good one. I'm getting off here probably in like 5 or so minutes anyway. I'll see you later. Okay, Nick, will do. Appreciate it. Something feels funny here. Oh, maybe it's just this one making weird noises hitting other stuff. Check out that crazy coin. Nasty, like old corrosion damage or something from water. Yeah, it was probably that one that sounded funny. Something sounded different in that roll. Is this box going to skunk us? But then remember that 2 weeks ago, the 2 silvers I found were like pretty close to the end of the second box. So you never know when it's just going to heat up. Come on, we're running out of real estate. And then, yep, once I go through these, we'll do a recap, and then I'm going to head out. Still not seeing anything. One more roll left after this one. Oh, I really do appreciate it, Nick. It's easy for me to just turn on the camera and go, but I definitely, if I want to sometime, I'll definitely take you up on the offer if I decide to. I really do appreciate you asking. I really do. It's just like right now, none of these streams are planned. I just really go right on the fly because then I can fit it in with my schedule. I've just been so busy. I literally stream whatever evening I can. I'm like, oh, I got a few free hours. Just got to stream and get through the boxes. But yeah, if I ever plan anything, like plan streams in advance, if I want to have somebody pop on or hop on one of your streams, I'll let you know. I've just been doing this really passively right now. As you know, I haven't been on YouTube much. I haven't been posting any videos, just popping on for these lives. But yeah, definitely, Nick. I'll keep an eye on your channel. If you know ahead of time when you're doing the stream, send me an email because sometimes if I have a little bit more of an advance, I can. It's a little easier for me to pop in because I don't usually randomly like browse on my like phone a lot while I'm out. So I miss a lot of people's streams because I usually only do like YouTube in the evenings. Like if I pop on and like see like one of my subscribers live or I mean, see like one of the people I'm subscribed to live or something. But it's just like randomly. All right. Box out of the way. Here's a recap, everyone. I'm going to do a recap, and then we're going to go ahead and end the stream. So, Nick, I got some 2023s set aside here. I'm going to pick out the nicest one of these ones I set aside, and then I'll email you. It might not be right away, but I'll get to you, and we'll figure that out. T. Childs with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Let me go ahead and give you a slam dunk, and then we'll sign off hitting the gong when I'm done. We'll do a recap here. All right. That felt good. Did a round the back lefty. Okay, let's go ahead and show up close what I found here. I'm only going to show the best of the best right now. Okay, box number 1, best 2 finds. I'm not going to show this up close because I found an even better one in the next box. 1981S proof, circulated, not in great shape. It's okay. And then 1969D silver, found this in the first box. So we did get 1 silver tonight. A little bit worn, 1969D. So that's cool for 50 cents. It has like a value of $4.02 with how high silver is right now. And then box number 2. Why is this one here? Oh, that's the one with the weird smooth edge. We're not going to show that. I got a 1983 slightly misaligned die, and because of that, there's extra metal on the edge. I'm actually going to keep that one. That's probably worth a few dollars. A cool small error coin. We got a really nice weak strike on a high-grade 1972, and I'm going to keep it. Everything's blurry kind of on the front of it. The mint mark, you can't even read it. It's got some weird indentations, and it's got like what I call that like starburst pattern where there's like pits in the metal, which means it was struck on an old die. The W and We Trust is like really smeared out. It's like I said, it's not a huge significant error, but it's the coin's in really good shape, and I think it's worth keeping. And then we did get a beautiful 1981S proof in that box also, in significantly better condition than the first one. It is interesting that they were both 1981. The reverse of this one is just fantastic. And then in the last box, we got, I'm not going to show it up close, but we got a beautiful BU 1980D. Doesn't look like it was ever circulated except for when somebody dropped it off at the bank and it went through the roll machine. This has to be fresh from a collection. And then we did get the, we'll call it semi-rare or uncommon 1987D. These do not pop out often. It's a date that they did not issue for circulation, and this one is in fantastic condition and a beautiful strike. And that was in the third box. So we did get at least something in every box. So that's it. We did 3 boxes tonight. There was like a total of a half of a box that was all new coins that we opened up anyway. So technically like 2.5 box hunt. So that's not bad for a 2.5 box hunt. We went a little bit over what I put in the title. I said $1,000 hunt, but we ended up basically doing like $1,250 if you don't count the new coins. So that's it. I'm going to head out, everyone. Still going to try to do a stream every week. Don't have a specific night, but I usually pick up my coins like Tuesday, Wednesday. So sometimes I stream. My streams could be anywhere from like Wednesday to Saturday. Just really depends on what time I find free in the evening. So let me real quick make sure I pull up the list here just to say a thank you to everyone who super chatted. I want to do that real quick. So thank you to Jake, to Richard, to Linda, to Nick, and to T. Childs for the super chats. Really appreciate it. With that, we're going to end on the gong, and then I'm out. Oh, no, wait. We got to throw the silver in the fire bucket. I missed. That's okay. I'll put it in later as it rolls the whole way across my room. Here we go.